Okay, I just want to try to explain what this is a little bit more. I think I kind of glossed over that in the other video I made. So much going on, kind of forget to start from the beginning. So this is a 3D printer. If you're not familiar with what that is, you should check it out. There's a lot of stuff online about it. You've probably heard about it in the news. Okay, I'm trying to focus. I'm having focus issues. The way this works similar to a traditional, to the printer you probably have hooked up to your computer. It extrudes plastic, not pretty much, kind of a melted plastic, through this nozzle. It's fed from a spool, by this motor. It pulls it down through, and it enables movement on all three axes so that it can reproduce essentially anything that you can build in a computer-aided design program. This one in particular has an 8x8x8 print capacity. Once we finally get it complete, there'll be a heated bed and some glass here on this carriage. So what it can do is, let's say that a traditional printer, it was going to print a square. It's just going to the ink head is just going to print a square, or it's going to do it in some passes or something. So this one's just basically going to do the same thing. If it wanted to make a cube instead of a square, it's going to print a square, and then it is going to vertically raise up just a tiny bit and print another square, and do that probably several hundred thousand, or several hundred to thousands of times, depending on the print, to accomplish a 3D form. Right now, it is mostly plastic is pretty much what the medium is, but that is rapidly changing. There's a lot of 3D printing with metals and just rubbers, other things, in a more industrial process. But I think it's just going to be a few years before some of that stuff starts to enter the home, and we're already starting to see it. There's some really neat filaments out there that are just starting to hit the market with rubbers and just like wood-like materials, and really neat stuff. Okay, so a cool thing about a RepRap. This is an open source 3D printer. This is, I don't know how many iterations there have been of a RepRap. Because it is open source. That probably concurrently out there are several modern versions of a RepRap. This is just one of the most popular ones. It is a RepRap Prusa i3 rework. So even with the Prusas, there have been 3 versions of that, and this is a reworked, improved version of the 3rd version. So it's just a never-ending process. So a cool thing about RepRaps, they print a certain amount of their own parts. So everything you see on here that is neon green was printed by another printer. If we can get in real close, if it'll actually focus, but you can probably see the grain. There's the vertical grain there, and you can see those layers that I was talking about earlier. But you know, the print quality is pretty high with this. You know, I think just a few years ago that it was significantly lower than what people are making right now. You know, I was pretty surprised by these. So I'm probably still forgetting all kinds of stuff. People probably still have a lot of questions, so you know, that's great. I just kind of want to try to explain what it is and how it works for people who you know, don't know. So you know, it connects to a computer. You know, this is just a USB connection. So you know, you load up, you connect it to a computer. You know, that's not a computer, but that's where the computer was. So you know, you hook it up to a computer, and you've got some designs. You know, there's tons of designs online that you can download for free. You know, stuff people have already made that you can print. But yeah, I mean, it's you can get into any CAD program. There's some really easy ones out there. SketchUp is a popular one, and it's one that I have a lot of experience in already. So I'm looking forward to getting to play with that once we get to that point. But you know, there's an engineering and a mechanical side to this. But once we get that done, you know, there's a huge creative side. You know, anything you can imagine in 3D form, you know, you'll be able to bring from the computer to the real world, and you know, that's a really neat thing, and it's probably going to be a big part of our future. So we're glad to be a part of it. All right, thank you.